All right, greetings everyone. We are live again, Dynasty Mirror Search for Uhuru. Thank you so much for joining us. As we always do before we get started, make sure you hit that like button again. Please hit that like button. Also, make sure you share the content and subscribe. Also, go to the One Africa Properties YouTube page and subscribe there as well. We're streaming from both sites, from both pages. So make sure you go to the One Africa Properties page and site, and subscribe there as well. Also, please visit oneafricaproperties.com. Please visit oneafricaproperties.com, your central source for real estate on the continent. Without further ado, we have a special guest, one of our partners with One Africa Properties, who's located in, now, Miss Helen, is it Tanzania or Tanzania? Which one?
Okay, so we say Tanzania.
Okay.
This is Tanzania way, Tanzania. But a lot of non-citizens would go for Tanzania, but it's Tanzania.
Okay, Tanzania. So there we go. So all the way from Dar es Salaam.
Exactly, Dar es Salaam
all the way,
City,
which is
Tanzania.
not the capital city.
No, capital city is Dodoma.
Dodoma. I always, I just assumed when I first went to Tanzania that Dar es Salaam. Tanzania was the first African country that I visited in 2011, more than almost 10 years ago. That was the first country I ever visited, was Tanzania.
A lot has changed. A lot has changed.
I heard. I went in 2011, then again 2012, and then I want to say I went back in 2014, and just traveling throughout Africa. And when you go to one country 1 year and come back the next, the amount of development you see, I'm pretty sure I probably won't even recognize. In fact, I heard the airport got remodeled, the renovated the airport as well.
Yes, we have the new Terminal 3. It's a brand new international standard. It's one of the best airports in Africa now.
Right. So I have to get back to East Africa. You guys know I spend the majority of my time in West Africa, but I cannot neglect my East African people. So I need to get back. So we have Ms. Helen Kawia on with us today, and we're going to be discussing some exciting news. We're going to set the record straight. But before I do that, disclaimer, guys, please, before investing in Africa, or investing, period, before investing, before buying, acquiring properties, real estate, please do your own research. Okay. Again, please do your own research. So just wanted to give that disclaimer. But we're going to be discussing, because like you said, a lot has changed. So I remember when I first went to Tanzania back in 2011, I was in Zanzibar. Oh man, everybody knows I love Sierra Leone, I love Freetown, but Zanzibar is beautiful. And one of the questions I asked was, can I own real estate as a foreigner? And at that time, it was kind of gray. They said no, but if you start a business, you can as a business. So it was kind of gray. I remember when I was in Stonetown, I stayed at Stonetown Bed and Breakfast. There was this abandoned restaurant, and it might still be there, that was like right on the water, from right by the House of Wonders, I think it is, like kind of on the water. It was just like this abandoned restaurant. They said some Italians owned it, but it was closed. But they said you could own real estate as a corporation or a business, but not as a foreigner by yourself. But from what I'm seeing is now on Zanzibar, there are several developments and projects in which, and Helen, you're the expert, so we'll let you explain it, as foreigners can now own real estate. Now it's a long-term lease, but it's still ownership because you're given a title. But again, I'll let you discuss that process, and we'll go ahead and jump right into it. But Ms. Helen, if you could introduce yourself, please.
Yes, so my name is Helen Kiwia. I'm a CEO of Zara Real Estate. a newly born real estate company in Tanzania. We're a year old. We are 360. We give 360 services in terms of real estate, from rentals, sales, property marketing. We have partners with interior designers. We do, property photography. We do property marketing. I spoke about. We do relocation services. So we are doing all services of real estate in here in Tanzania.
Okay. Now, the exciting news as a foreigner, all right, is it possible now for a foreigner to acquire real estate? I know in Zanzibar, which is Tanzania, Zanzibar is kind of like Hong Kong. It's Tanzania, but from my understanding, it's autonomous like Hong Kong, where Hong Kong's China, but they kind of could do their own thing, from my understanding.
Yes,
But is
it's
it
a
possible?
Republic of Tanzania. So we have Tanzania mainland and Zanzibar, which forms now United Republic of Tanzania. But each part has its own, state government and president altogether.
Okay.
Yes.
So is it possible for individuals now to acquire property in Tanzania?
Okay, so I will first want to explain to everyone, all land in Tanzania is owned by states. So no one owns land. All land is a public land. So the land can only be leased to individual for from 30 years to 9 years. So it's that you lease. Even for me, I'm a Tanzanian. I own a property. I have a lease agreement with the government. 99 years, renewable. So this applies to all, whether you're a Tanzanian or non-Tanzanian. The land belongs to the state. Okay. So for non-citizen still, can only acquire land, through leasehold, which is, same applies to us. But then just for non-citizen is through, mainly for investment purposes, subject to all, approval from investment center. We have authority board called TIC, Tanzania Investment Center, for the mainland. And then for Zanzibar, it's Zanzibar Investment Promotion Authority, ZIPA, for Zanzibar. So all land in Tanzania is owned by state and can only be leased to individuals for 99 years. But for Zanzibar now, to be specific, they have something called free economic zones. Yeah, so a free economic zone is a geographical area that has been accorded more incentivized economic regulation than anywhere in the country. So free economic zones have been, purposely established to attract investment, especially, for labor-intensive projects, residential properties. It's a custodian, ZIPA now is a custodian for free economic zones, which offer land for lease in the zones for potential investors. Yes, as they say, it's, you get the land for economic purposes, but you can still use the land for residential purposes. So for Zanzibar, it's under ZIPA, which Zanzibar Investment and Promotion body, which you get a lease in these free economic zones, which we have. I'm sure, I don't know if you've heard of Fumba zone. They have
Right,
five.
I've heard of Pumba.
Yes, so they have 5 economic zones, and which Fumba is like the first integrated residential development in Zanzibar. So there you just get a lease agreement under ZIPA, under this investment body, and you can own land. You can invest in the land, because you don't own land. You can invest in the land, build residential property, or they have different opportunities in those free economic zones.
Okay. So in fact, Baby Boxer was asked, I was going to ask that as well. So I invest in the land. What am I getting that shows that, I guess, I own the land? Is that the correct term? Like, is there like a document that I'm given that says that the land is mine? And then when I'm given that document, am I allowed to sell it or transfer it? Like, how does that work?
Yes. As like any other contract, you can transfer, you can sell it, it can be put up to inheritance, like any other. So you get right of occupancy because it's a lease agreement. So you get the right of occupancy. You get what I mean? It's a right of occupancy. Yeah. So you get a title for the right, you're granted a title for right of occupants of that area. And so then you have to develop it for different purposes. Yes.
Okay. So once it's developed, okay, I build my beautiful home in Fumba, right off the beach, the blue waters of the Indian Ocean. The lease is up, and I have my home already built. How do I go about renewing the lease, and how often can I renew it? Like how does that work?
So the lease agreement is up to 99 years.
All right.
So when you apply, because some will apply for less, for 30 years or 60 years, but it's maximum up to 99 years and it's renewable. So once your lease agreement expires, now it's like you reapply, it's renewable.
Okay. All right. So the home that I built on the land, after 20 years, I have said a 30-year lease. After 20 years, I want to sell my home. The person that takes on that contract or acquires the home, is that lease only good for the remainder of only good for 10 years? So the remainder of 30 years, and then they will have to renew it after it expires?
Exactly. It's the remainder of those years because the title is still the same.
Okay.
So, 10 years remained or 20 years or 50 years. And then after the 99 years, if you were given 99 years, then you renew.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, guys, hit that like button again. Please hit that like button in the chat room. And please subscribe if you have not subscribed. And make sure you subscribe to both pages, the OneAfrica Properties, and also search for Huru. Guys, make sure you subscribe. Now, how has this been taking off? Has this drawn a lot of interest?
Yes, it has, especially in those free economic zones. Like, for example, for Fumba project, it has already attracted about, foreigners from 35 countries across the globe. So you can imagine how attractive is this and how people, the non-citizen are tapping into the opportunity.
And then for people who are interested in acquiring a property in Fumbletown. In fact, let me back up. How far is I haven't been to Zanzibar since 2014. How far is Fumbletown from the Zanzibar Airport or from Stonetown? Like how far is it? Do you know?
Okay, so let me get that right. But Fumbletown is like 20 minutes drive from the airport.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, that's good.
So it's literally 24 kilometers from the seaport, 10 kilometers from Zanzibar main airport. International airport is 10 kilometers. Yeah.
Now, have they renovated the Zanzibar Airport too?
Yeah, so soon it's going to be launched. There's a new terminal coming up. It's like over 90% ready. It's going to be launched soon.
Okay. Yeah, because I haven't, like I said, I haven't been in a while. It's been a minute since I've been. And guys, what I'm going to do, I'm going to go ahead and share the screen, and we'll take a look at the listings that we have on the OneAfrica Properties website. We'll go ahead and do that now. Let's see here.
And there are varieties of houses. From the first time investor, they have from studio apartments to beachfront villas. You can invest as low as $25,000. You can imagine. Yeah.
Yeah. So these are several of your listings that are on the site. So we actually have a property in Fumbletown. Let's take a look at it. All right. Here we go. Oh man, this is beautiful. So guys, if you're interested in properties like this in Tanzania, please go to OneAfricaProperties.com. Take a look at the inventory on the site. And let's get you up and running and get your dream home, your beautiful home in Fumbletown, listed by Zara Real Estate.
And there, it's beyond housing. I mean, apart from properties, residential properties, there's also opportunities to, for office buildings, conferences, shopping malls, hotels, boutique hotels. So opportunities are beyond.
So guys, again, make sure you go to OneAfrica Properties and check out the listings on the site. So what we'll do, if you have any questions, all right, we'll go ahead and take some callers also. And guys, please, we want this to be interactive as possible. So I bring our partners on so they can answer as many questions as possible. So we want to definitely add value. So if you have any questions, okay, please, I'm actually going to drop the link in the chat room. Click on the link and you're more than welcome to call in and ask a question. Again, you're more than welcome to call in and ask a question. Let's see here. From start to finish, can you explain the process for buying land or property in Tanzania? Who are the parties involved? How long does the process take roughly? Ms. Helen.
Okay, so first of all, if you want to invest in real estate in Tanzania, I would first advise you to get in touch with a reliable real estate firm, because that should be your first step. A reliable real estate firm, of course, like us, Zara Real Estate, who will take you through all the process, the legal procedures in obtaining a property in Tanzania. So from application to choosing the type of property that suits your requirements, and the process does not take long. I mean, if every documentation needed by the Ministry of Land and the Investment Center, it can take as low as less than 6 months. So it really depends if everything needed, required is available. Mm-hmm. Because of course your real estate firm will do the due diligence. So that can take time because for some properties, because we have to really make sure that this property the land is legit, the titles is legit. Do the search under the ministry that it's a clean title and all that, and it can take as low as 6 months.
All right, we have a question now. Financing. If people wanted to finance these properties, is there an option for that?
Yes, even with some of development, for example, Fumba, we have terms that you can buy in installments. So first you put a deposit. To be specific for Fumba Town, you put a deposit of $2,000, then you have installment. So you can pay for a year up to 2 years. It's a discussion on the table. So yeah, and also you can do it via bank. So all that is negotiable once you proceed with the property. Yeah.
Okay. Hopefully that answers that question. Greetings. Helen mentioned purchasing property for as low as $25,000. What type of property would that be? Possibly a 1 or 2 bedroom apartment or small home. Now, did you list any of those properties, 25,000 properties on the site, on the OneAfrica Property site?
Yeah. So for the for the cheapest ones, that will be a studio, 25,000. That will be a studio. So it ranges from that. Then so 1 bedroom apartment starts from $60,000.
All right. Let's see here. So we'll go back to the site. So let's go back. So if you go to OneAfricaProperties.com, and you can scroll to the listings. All right. And again, go to OneAfricaProperties.com and scroll through the listings. All right, so let's see here. What is the name of a reliable real estate agent again? Is Remax Tanzania on board with this? Remax Tanzania is not the only real estate company in Tanzania. Again, OneAfrica Properties, we have partnered with Zara, um, with Zara, with Miss Helen. So Ms. Zara, I'm sorry, Zara is the reliable real estate agency. So again, guys, go to oneafricaproperties.com, reach out, and we will get you in contact with Miss Helen of Zara. Okay. No, there's not a Fumbletown in Sierra Leone. What are the other economic zones besides Fumba? Do you know by chance?
Is it asking for Zanzibar?
Yeah, just I guess any. We'll say Zanzibar. I guess yes.
Okay, so for Zanzibar, they have five economic zones. So there's Fumba zone, there's Micheweni zone, Amani Industrial Park, Marubuhi zone. We can put them later. We can share because it's very detailed. And then the airport zone also is up for investment. But the popular one for residential is the Fumba zone, which is the new development, and it's doing very well. The Fumba zone.
Will OneAfrica Properties have rental properties listed? Yes, there are rental properties. Guys, do me a favor, visit the site, and we are growing. So if there are any suggestions, please reach out, send me an email as well. But yes, there are rental properties through Zara Real Estate that are listed on the OneAfrica Properties site. Guys, any other questions? Please, you can put your questions in the chat room. Also, too, I'm going to post the link on the site, in the chat room. So go ahead, click on the link if you want to call in and ask a question. You are more than welcome to call in and ask your question, and we will do our best to answer your question. So, Helen, why Tanzania? Like for someone, Africa, 54 countries. Why Tanzania?
Okay, so Tanzania, it's very special. Tanzania, it has the longest coastal line, in Africa. The coastal line is approximately 1,424 kilometers long. It's the longest coastline in Africa. And it also borders with 6 countries. It borders Uganda, Kenya, Comoro Island, Mozambique, Malawi, Zambia, Rwanda, Burundi, Democratic of Congo, and 6 landlocked countries. So, and all these countries are relying on Tanzania in terms of transfer of goods. Hello?
No, we hear you. You're there. You're there.
Yes. So all these countries are relying on Tanzania. The landlocked countries are relying on Tanzania in terms of the port. So Tanzania is very special. We have the highest point of Africa is located in Tanzania. I'm sure
we're going to climb that together. I've climbed it once already.
I've done it, and I promised, and we're going to do it again. So the highest point of Africa, Mount Kilimanjaro in Tanzania, is one of the best attraction in the world. It's the second longest mountain in the world. I'm sure everybody know that. And we have the first deepest Lake Tanzania, which is in Tanzania. We have, we are blessed with a lot of, gemstones. I'm sure you've heard, for example, of, Tanzanite. Mm-hmm. It's a very popular gem in the world and comes from Tanzania. So, Tanzania is blessed. We have very good people. People are very kind. It's a very peaceful environment. There's so many opportunities just beyond real estate, from agriculture, mining, tourism, so for those who are investing in properties, for example, so you can imagine how you can benefit in these other areas. And the country is also very stable. I said it's very, peaceful, good people, strategic location. Geographically, the country is, very well located. As I said, and I'm going to insist again, it's connected to the Indian Ocean, given trade links to Asia, because it sits beyond 6 landlocked countries, which depend of water ports of Dar es Salaam, Twanga, and Mtwara, which is in Tanzania. And also, of course, land access. We have so much untapped land, so we need more people to come and invest in land in Tanzania. There's so much unoccupied land in Tanzania. Yeah.
Cool. Now, this is kind of off topic a little bit, but the subject came up. As for women, if a woman wanted to travel to Tanzania by herself, do you feel that she will be okay or safe to come by herself?
For women, yes, absolutely. Like I said before, you just need to have a contact with a reliable real estate. So don't just come and go straight to, doing your own. Of course, doing your own research is good, but you have to have a partner, a real estate partner, to take you through, so that you don't get, lost in some, dodgy deals, untitled land or something like that along those lines.
So again, guys, please visit OneAfricaProperties.com. Please visit OneAfricaProperties.com. And again, the question was brought up. So they do installment plans, which are a course of what, 2 to 3 years, you said?
Yeah, from up to 2 years. You can even get more. All this, it's once on the table, we can get more than that, but they give up to 2 years of payment plan.
Okay. Now, here in America, we have mortgages where people could finance their home for up to 30 years, 15 to 30 years. Is that an option as well?
Yes, we do have the options for the citizen with some bank partners. Yes, so I believe for a non-citizen will come with maybe the plan from that end. I will have to cross-check that for the non-citizens, but we do have banks that give mortgages.
For citizens, okay.
Yes, yes, yes. Yeah.
All right. Any other questions in the chat room?
Yeah, something just I wanted to point out when you say, is it safe for a woman to come in and buy land? Like, is it safe? Do you know, Dennis, we have the first woman president in our country, Tanzania. So
no,
women.
Actually, no. Hold on. I gotta stop you. Actually, the first woman president was in Liberia. Johnson Sirleaf. Ellen Johnson Sirleaf. Oh, Tanzania. Tanzania. Okay, I'm sorry. In Tanzania. Yes. Okay. Yes.
Yeah. So women here, we work with our head high.
Okay. So there you guys go. So you'll be fine. Like I said, I remember the first time I went to Africa. Again, it was Tanzania. I stayed at the Tanzanite Executive Suites or something like that. Like I think near, I guess that'd be Central Dar es Salaam, I think. And I remember I got to the hotel, put my bags down, and I remember just walking around and everybody just being nice and greeting me. And, I was coming from LA. No one speaks to you in LA or in California. Nobody speaks. Everybody just is rude. So I just remember everybody being peaceful, nice. I got lost, asked for directions. Someone helped me out. Like I said, it was a beautiful time. Like I said, I got to get back to East Africa. But me and Helen are going to climb Mount. I already climbed it once. So me and Helen are going to climb. We're going to go to, is it Uhuru Peak? Is that the name of the peak? The top, Uhuru Peak?
Yes. Are we doing it this year or next year?
It's going to be next year. Going to be next year, but we're doing it. We're going to do it before rainy season. When does rainy season start?
So the advice, the best time to climb is August, September, October. So no rains, because when it rains, it's really hard. So August is the best month. August is the best month.
Okay, I climbed it. When I climbed it, it was December. I climbed it in December. It was cool. I mean, it was cold as hell at top, but it was no rain.
We'll have to find a cause for that.
Okay.
With something. along real estate.
Yes, yes. Let's see here. So here we go. That's actually a good question. In some countries, depending like the more rural areas, the chiefs own the land. Is that the case in Tanzania, where like sometimes the local or the traditional rulers will own land and you get land through them, or what are your thoughts on that?
Yes, it is. So we have what is called the general land, the village, and then the reserve land. So we have remote village areas where the clan owns. It's not surveyed. It's not under. Yeah, it's more under the village council.
Uh-huh.
So we still have those. We still have those.
Okay. Now, can people from the diaspora go directly to the? Well, I mean, okay. So, would you advise people from the diaspora engaging these village chiefs and buying the land there, or can they do that, or no, or?
I would not advise, like you said, it's more, clan families. So you can, more clan family, a non-citizen. I don't know how, they will fit there unless they're going there for investment purpose, to build maybe a boutique hotel or something, or for agricultural purposes. But for diasporas means they're coming home. So, that will not be a problem.
Okay.
But then, hello? Yes?
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Now to say, so will you own the land? Like somebody from the diaspora, they went to the village, they met with the chiefs, and they bought land. Do they now own that land, or is it the same rules apply where it's a lease, or is that are the terms up to the village council?
Yes, terms are that's council, the village council.
Okay.
Yeah.
We had another question. What are some of the most popular areas for repats and expats? I think Zanzibar. I mean, that's my opinion, but what are the more popular areas?
Popular areas for
like buying land, like for repay people from the diaspora who are coming back, or repatriates.
Okay, so it really also, it depends, what you want to do with the land. I mean, if someone living in abroad wants to invest in property here, means maybe they will probably be coming in the country once a year for holidays. So these other months, they will want to lease the properties. So best to buy properties where you can, get an opportunity for people to rent. So you get, your rental income out of it. So Zanzibar, yes, is one of the most advisable to buy around this area, and other economic zones that they can invest and get income when they're not in the country. Like for example, we have Kili Golf. It's in Kilimanjaro. It's between Kilimanjaro and Arusha. It's called Kilimanjaro Golf Course. They also have an arrangement for non-citizens to buy land. They have 1 acre plot lands that anyone can buy, and you get into the agreement is a lease agreement between the buyer and Kilimanjaro Golf Estate. So you get up to 99 years as well, or less, depending on what you want to do.
Okay.
Yeah.
That sounds cool. So let's see. We'll wait to see if we have any more questions. If not, we'll go ahead and start closing out. But again, I am excited. I got to get next year. I will be back in East Africa because I haven't been to East Africa since I think 2015. Man, it's been a while. It's been a minute.
Yeah.
Okay.
And also, then, apart from the first option that I mentioned for non-citizen, you can also acquire land using long lease to a national. So, for example, I own a property. I can lease to you. Mm-hmm. So that can be an agreement. I have a land. I'm not using it. You want to invest, maybe put up an apartment or office block. So that will be an agreement between me and you, Dynast. I can give you 10 years, 20 years, 30 years, depends on what you want to do. So there's also that option. That's the second option. It's called a long lease between a non-citizen and a national. And also a joint venture. You can get into a joint venture with a Tanzanian, so long as the rule is the Tanzanian, the citizen, has to be the majority shareholder. So they have to own at least 51% and more.
Okay.
So yeah, that's also another option, which a lot of non-citizens have gone also used that route. Long lease and joint venture with a Tanzanian national.
All right, then last question. Here in America, like our homes, we have front yards.
Yeah.
Can you find homes in Tanzania with big front yards? That somebody was asking in the chat room.
Front yards.
Yes.
Yes. We have all varieties of properties. I mean, the properties that are out of just a bit outside the city. You get you have those mansions with big yards.
Okay.
We do have those. Yes.
Okay. Sounds good. So, Miss Helen, we appreciate you for coming on. Guys, please go to oneafricaproperties.com. Again, please go to oneafricaproperties.com, your central source for real estate on the continent. And check out the properties that Miss Helen has listed on the sites. Until next time, family, thank you so much for joining. Dynasty Mir with One Africa Properties. See you guys later. Peace.
Thank you.
No problem. Thank you.